say yes or no, sir. That would be much better. I would not come back to chat. I'll be replying there only. I mean, I'll be looking at the whiteboard and I'll be talking there only, right? I know the strength is quite low today. You might have some meeting or something, right? Anyways, so let us start today's class. In today's class, let me talk about the important concept which we have, that is basically rank of a matrix, right? So let us try to talk about that important topic. I think I still have to discuss few more points about inverse and determinant, right? So let us talk about determinant first. Determinant of a matrix. Determinant of a matrix. So see, sir, yesterday we have discussed determinant. I did not formally tell what it is determinant is, but yesterday I touched upon it. You have seen something like this. If it's a 1 cross 1 matrix, if it's a 1 cross 1 matrix, the determinant was showing what? The determinant was showing length. If it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, the determinant was showing area. If it's a 3 cross 3 matrix, the determinant was showing volume, right? So what is determinant, sir? The way you understand it is, determinant specifies some physical quantity, right? It could be length, it could be volume, it could be area, it could be hypervolume. See here, if it's a 1 cross 1 matrix, it is representing length. If it is 2 cross 2 matrix, it is representing area. If it is 3 cross 3 matrix, it is representing volume, right? So determinant shows certain physical parameter. It represents what? Physical parameter. You will not see in this any of the textbook.
Sir, are you writing something?
Yeah, can't you see the screen?
No, no, sir. It is blank, not in a presentation mode.
One second. Yes, can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen now?
Sir, yes. Now it is okay.
Now it's
Yes,
all right,
yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
Right. Right. So I was talking about this, sir. In yesterday's class, we have seen determinant of a 1 cross 1 matrix represents what? Length. Because if you have vector 2i or 2ax cap, determinant shows what, sir? It's length, because it's a vector of this particular length. Whereas whenever you have two vectors, I can show these two vectors with a 2 cross 2 matrix, which is like this, and the determinant of this represents area. How is it area, sir? See, if you have these two vectors here like this, one is 2i cap, which is here, the other is 3j cap, which is here. So what is the area bounded by these two fellows? This is the area. So that area is equal to 6, which is found by determinant. Similarly, when I wanted to show volume, volume is also nicely shown like this. It's a 3 cross 3. Sorry, it's a 3-dimension system. You have 2i here, 3j here, and say k here. So this would form a nicely box like this would be formed. And whatever is the volume of this box is there, that would be shown by determinant, right? So these are the things we have to understand when we are talking about determinant. So what I wrote here, determinant represents certain physical parameter. It represents certain physical parameter, right? So, but you'll not find this definition in textbook. It is for the understanding only. So see, sir, if it represents physical parameter, it would change based on the number of dimensions you are in. If it's a 1 cross 1 dimension, it will show length, isn't it? Or you could say one dimension system, 1D system. If it's a 2D system, 2-dimension system means how many axes you'll have? You'll have only 2 axes, so it will show area. If it's a 3D system, you'll have volume, right? So these are the things it will show. If we go to 4D, now we don't know how to visualize 4D because we live in a three-dimension system only, but here it is called as hypervolume. Hypervolume. Now, why I am telling these things is for understanding certain concept, it will become very important, sir. See, if I say before going into the formal definition and all those things, first I want you to understand what this determinant is showing because you will get the significance from there. If you have a vector v1, it is 2I, right? What is this 2 representing, sir? As I just told, sir, it is length. Correct, right? Say when I have v1 is equal to say 2I, v2 vector is equal to 3I. So how will I show it in the matrix A form? Say 2 0 0 3, right? Now this will show area, as I just told you, this will show area. This area will be 6. Now just imagine I have taken another matrix which is like this 1 1 2 2, something like this is there, sir. What is the determinant of this A? What is the determinant of this A? Can anyone tell me what's the determinant of this A? If anyone knows already what's the determinant of this A? Anybody, sir? What is the determinant of this A? Can you hear me right? Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Please try to turn on the mic and answer because yesterday that was a problem. So, yeah. So you're writing 0, right?
Zero.
Very good. Please speak out, sir, because I don't want to just come back here and see. I will listen to your answer and I will give here only what I'm talking about. See, as a lot of you have mentioned, the determinant is 0 here. Now, try to understand why it is 0. According to our understanding, if determinant of this 2 cross 2 matrix is 0, that means what is 0, sir? Is the length 0 or is the area 0? What is 0, sir? Can anyone tell me what is 0 here?
You can unmute your mic and
Yeah, you can answer because I just don't want to go back and see this is unnecessary time waste, right? I'm going back like this, I'm looking at the chat and I'm reading, okay, so and so, Swati answers. I don't want to see all that. Whoever is answering, please tell me why or what it is, then I'll add upon it. Tell me, sir, if determinant is 0 of this 2 cross 2 matrix, what does that mean? What is 0? Yes, sir, anybody? Anybody? Nobody?
Area.
Exactly, right? Area is 0. Very good, sir. Area is 0. Now, when will the area be 0, sir? If you observe, as I told you, these are two vectors. I can show this is vector 1, this is vector 2, or this is vector 1, this is vector 2. Both the vectors are lying on same line, isn't it? V1 and V2 are in fact same. One is 1, 2, other is also 1, 2. Or one is 1, 1, the other is 2, 2. So in other scenario, it will look like this. This is V1, this is V2. So what is happening here is area is becoming 0. If area is becoming 0, that means the determinant is coming 0. That means you don't need two dimensions to show these vectors, right? Only a single line is required to show this v1 v2 both, or the single line is required to show this both v1 v2 here. Are you following my point? My point is very simple. If the 2 cross 2 determinant is 0, that means it has to be a two-dimension system, but it has lost one dimension and it has come in a single line. This concept is very important while understanding rank. That's why I'm teaching this. Now let us just go back and try to understand length. See, I am telling that there is a matrix A whose element is this 2, which is a 1 cross 1 matrix. Now what is this 2, sir? This is length 2. Now let me write another vector v1 which is 0 I cap. So what will the matrix representing this? 0. What will be the determinant of this, sir? What will be the determinant of this? This is 0. That means what is 0 here? Its length is 0. That means when it is a 1 cross 1 matrix, if its determinant is 0, that means from line it has become a dot. right? If it's a 2 cross 2 matrix and its determinant 0, means from area it has become a line. If a 2 cross 2 matrix is there, all zeros like this, what will be its determinant, sir? Its determinant will be 0, but it is not line, it has become a dot. So it has lost 2 dimensions here. Are you understanding my point? If anyone have seen that movie, I'd like to try to relate it with a movie. Which movie, sir? Someone has seen Inside Out movie, sir? Inside Out. There's a movie named Inside Out. Did anyone see this movie? It's a very nice movie, anime. I mean, it's not anime, some cartoon movie. Anyone who has seen this movie, sir? Anybody? At least you can discuss about movie, right? Subject somehow you don't want to answer, but
No, sir.
none of you have seen this movie. Go and watch this movie today. It's a very interesting movie, by the way. So in this movie, when you see they enter into certain like film like this, or they enter into an area. So as they move forward, they'll be shrinking in dimension. First, the figure will be in a 3D figure. The cartoon, which will looks like it will be a 3D figure. Then they'll become like a sheet. Then they'll become like a line. So you are losing the dimension. I hope you are trying to understand. Or let me just give you with another 3 cross 3 system. So say, assume I have a determinant like this. Say 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2. If you find the determinant of this, if you find your determinant of this matrix, what you're going to get, sir? You're going to get 4, because 2 into 1 into 2 is this. Now, what does this 4 represent? This 4 represents volumes. This 4 represents what? This 4 represents volume, right? But if I just make it like this, if I just make it like this, say 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, or this would become much easy. This would become much easy. Just a second. Assume it is something like this: 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. Now, if you find the determinant of this, it would definitely come 0. The determinant of A, if you find, it will definitely come 0. Why it is coming 0 is, if you try to understand each of this as a vector, if you try to understand each of this as a vector, say this is V1 vector, say this is V2 vector, say this is V3 vector. So various V1 vectors are somewhere here, right? 1i cap, 2j cap, 3k cap. The second one is where? The second one is also here, like this. This is 2 times of this, 2i cap, 4j cap, 6k cap. Where is the third one? The third one is also on the same line, but 3 times of the length, 3 times of the length. This is 3i cap, 6j cap, 9k cap. So what will be the volume formed by these 3 lines? They are actually collinear vectors. If they are collinear vectors, the volume formed by them is basically 0, right? And if you take any 2 cross 2 also, if you take any 2 cross 2 in this and you try to find the depth of it, that will also come as 0. Because there is no sheet area. I mean, there is no 2-dimensional picture also forming here. There's only 1-dimensional, one line is forming here. That's why only one element determinant will be non-zero. Any 3 cross 3 that you find, it will be 0. Any 2 cross 2 that you find, it will be 0. Only 1 cross 1 that will not be equal to 0. See, if you take this one, sir, what is this? 6 to the 12 minus 12, 0. Take this. 36 minus 36. Take this. 12 minus 12. Take this. 2, 3, 9, 2. 9 to the 18, 6 is 18. Take this. 1, 3, 3, 9. 9 1s are 1, 3 3s are 9. So my point here is, if you have a 1 cross 1 matrix, if you have, please listen to this carefully, 2 cross 2 matrix, if you have a 3 cross 3 matrix, what is the determinant of this matrix show? 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 Can anybody help me with this? Please help me with this, sir. What is the determinant of a 1 cross 1 matrix show? Yes, sir. Answer.
Length.
Length, right? Here area. Here
Length.
volume, right? Now, please try to understand the point which I'm trying to make. If determinant of A is 0, means what is 0, sir? Which implies length is 0, isn't it? It has to be a 1 cross 1 system, but length has become 0 means it has become 0 dimension. Zero dimension means how will you show a zero dimension system, sir? Dot is in zero dimension. Dot means nothing. Dot means it's in zero dimension, right? Similarly, if the determinant of this is 0, that means what is happening? Area is becoming 0. Now, to show area, you need two lines, or you need x and y like this. If the area is becoming 0, that means it has become one dimension. It has become what? One dimension. Whenever 3 cross 3 determinant is coming 0, what does that mean? It has to be volume, but the volume is decreased and it has become either a sheet or a line or a dot also. Who is that, sir? Someone's mic is on. Please turn off your mics. Someone was there. Please turn off your mic. Yeah. So I hope you are trying to get the point which I'm trying to say here. Did you understand the point here which I'm trying to say? Reply, sir. Did you understand the point which I'm trying to say?
Yes,
Did you
sir.
get the point?
Yes, sir.
Now this point is very important while understanding the concept of rank. But before even going here, let me just properly define what is a determinant, right? So determinant, whatever I just told is understanding part. Determinant basically of, say you have A11, A12, A21, A22. Assume you have this. The determinant of this 2 cross 2 will be what, sir? A11, A22 minus A21, A12. This into this minus this into this, right? Say if you have 3 cross 3 like this, say A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Then what will be the determinant of this? First element A11 into, remove this line row and remove this line. What you will get, sir? This is remaining. So that should be A22, A23, A32, A33. And it is in what position? It is in 1 1 position. So you write minus 1 power 1 plus 1 plus. Next, you can choose any elements, any element in row and any element in column. Let me take row. You can expand the determinant using any element in row. I mean any row or any column. So let me take this now. Let me take this one. So minus 1 power. It is in 1 2 position. So 1 plus 2. This element is A12, and remove this particular row. Remove this particular column. What else is remaining? These four fellows are remaining. So that should be A21, A23, A31, A33. Right? Next. Say plus minus 1 power. This is in 1 3 position. So 1 plus 3, A13 into which I should remove, sir? I have to remove this row, I have to remove this column. So what is remaining? This are remaining. That will become A21, A22, A31, A32. Did you understand this? How to find the determinant of a 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3? Tell me, sir.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
understand
Yes, sir.
this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Should I ask you an aptitude question here? Should I ask you an aptitude question? Let me
Yes,
see
sir.
how much aptitude you have, right? Now, just for understanding, when I'm asking, how many terms are there in a 2 cross 2 determinant? How many terms are there in a 2 cross 2 determinant? How many terms are there in a 2 cross 2 determinant? Terms. After you evaluate, how many terms? After you evaluate a 2 cross 2 determinant, how many terms will come? That's what I'm asking.
2 terms.
2 terms, right? How many terms will come if you expand a 3 cross 3 determinant?
3.
How many terms will come if you expand a 3 cross 3 determinant? Yes, sir. How many terms will come?
3.
How 3, sir?
6
How
terms.
many 2 cross 2 determinants are there? 3 2 cross 2 determinants are there, right? This is one 2 cross 2 determinant, one more 2 cross 2 determinant, one more 2 cross 2 determinant. So 3 2 cross 2 determinants are there. In each 2 cross 2 determinant, there are 2 elements. So 3 into 2, 6. Correct? If I expand a 4 cross 4 determinant, if I expand a 4 cross 4 determinant, how many terms will come? How many terms are going to come? Yes, sir, answer. How many terms are going to come, sir? Nobody.
12.
See, 4 cross 4 determinant will look like this, right? A11, A12, A13, A14, A21, A22, A23, A24. Just a second. A31, A32, A33, A34, A41, A42, A43, A44. Correct, right? So this term into this determinant. Correct? This term into this determinant. This term into this determinant. Right? Next, this term into this determinant. Next, this term into this determinant. Right? So 4 3 cross 3 determinants, correct? Isn't it? 4 3 cross 3 determinants. Did you understand this? In a 4 cross 4 determinant, you will have to solve 4 3 cross 3 determinants. In each 3 cross 3 determinant, how many are you going to get? 3 into 2 you are going to get, isn't it? Because in a 2 cross 2 determinant, you got 2 terms. In 3 cross 3 determinant, you got 3 times 2 cross 2 determinants. Because if you want to expand a 3 cross 3 determinant, you'll have to expand 3 2 cross 2 determinants, correct? Right? This is 1 2 cross 2 determinant, this is second 2 cross 2 determinant, this is third 2 cross 2 determinant. Similarly, if you want to find a 4 cross 4 determinant, you'll have to expand 4 3 cross 3 determinants. Are you understanding this? So can you tell me how many terms will come here? Can you tell me how many terms are going to come here? 20? 22, is it?
4. 24.
Very good. So 5 cross 5, how many you'll get? 5 cross 5, how many you'll get? You might have got the idea so far. 5 cross 5, how many you're going to get?
120.
Very good, sir. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? Which is basically 5 factorial. So general question like this will come for an n cross n determinant. For n cross n determinant, number of terms is equal to dash. How many, sir? Anyone tell me answer? How many will be there if it's an n cross n determinant? Very good, n factorial, right? So 2 things you got it so far. One thing is what is the physical significance of it, and when the determinant becomes 0, what is the meaning of that? And next thing is how to find a 2 cross 2 determinant, how to find a 3 cross 3 determinant or any higher order determinants from there, and how many terms will be there if it's a 1 cross 1 determinant or 2 cross 2 or 3 cross 3 or 4 cross 4 or 5 cross 5 or simply n cross n, right? Is this clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Fantastic. Now, I have few properties to write in determinant, which are very, very important properties. So keep them in mind. Definitely a question is going to come from properties. So properties of determinant. Very important properties. I can make nice questions from this. Any exam mathematics is there, linear algebra is there, definitely you are going to get these properties, questions on these properties. First property is determinant of A and determinant of A transpose will be same. Sir, what is this A transpose? What is A transpose, sir? If your A is A11, A12, or let me write ABCD. If you have A, B, C, D as A, then what will be A transpose? Then A transpose will be AC, BD, right? You change this row to column here, isn't it? This row has been interchanged as column here, or you can also understand it like this. The column has been interchanged as a row here, right? Now, if you understand this point, in the last class I told you vectors can be written, see, I might have told you somewhere here. See, I told you you can write the vector as v1, v2 or v1, v2 because these both are same only, sir. It is just transpose of it, right? So transpose does not change the system, it just changes the way you look at it. So since the determinant is a physical parameter, you take the determinant of A or you take the determinant of A transpose, it should be same. You want proof, simple proof, determinant of A from here is AD minus BC, determinant of A transpose from here is also AD minus BC, right? Very simple. Next. Second property is something like this. If, excuse me, if any row or column is 0, then determinant is equal to 0. Similarly, if any two rows slash columns are same, then also that is going to be same, right? So when two rows or two columns are same, then also that is going to come 0. If any one row or any one column is 0, then also the determinant is going to be come as 0. And since we talked about determinant of A and A transpose is same, so whatever property applies on rows should also applies on column as well, right? I hope you got this. Next, third property is something like this. If any two rows or columns, not like this, sorry. If any row, if any, or let me write like this, any two rows or columns are interchanged, then value of determinant is multiplied by -1, right? So let me just take few examples and show me this, or let me write fourth one first. Fourth point is a beautiful point. You could remember this point like this. Determinant of diagonal matrix. Determinant of diagonal matrix is multiplication of its diagonal elements. See, I'll show you this with a proof also. And one more point I want to mention here is determinant is defined Determinant is defined only for square matrix. Can anyone tell me why? Determinant is defined only for a square matrix. Anyone can give me a reason why? Yes, sir. You could just take a guess. Why only 2 cross 2? Sorry, why only a square matrix it is defined? So nobody knows, right? If it's a square matrix, then only it would form a proper figure, sir. It would form either a line or a square or a box like this. A closed box will be formed only in a square matrix. If it's not a square matrix, then a proper shape will not form whose physical parameter you cannot find. That's why only square matrix it is defined, right? Obviously, you might not know that, so that's not a point. So determinant is defined only for square matrix, and I'm telling first property is when two matrices, like if it's A or A transpose, the determinant is same, and the proof of it is shown here, like ABCD, ACBD, you find a determinant, it's going to come same. Second one is like this. So you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, say 2, 3, 4. Now you see this. As I told you, if two rows or two columns are same, or let me write this two. If two rows and two columns are same, what is the determinant is going to come, sir?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Is it?
Yes, yes.
1 second. I don't know from what time it's not visible. Nobody was complaining. Is it visible now?
Now, okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
I mean, students, you can also tell me that
You
it's
can
not.
unmute. Anybody is saying that you can unmute and say to sir, okay?
Yeah, because yesterday the problem was, yesterday the problem was I couldn't see the chat and come back, right? So I thought you could unmute yourself and speak. I have no issues, right? Something is not visible, something you're not understanding, then you could always come back and ask me. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah. So from where did you lost me, kids? Like, did you follow till here? Like the n factorial thing, did you see till here? Students, I want you to reply. Till here you were able to see the screen, right? Did you see the screen when I was writing these properties?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So the first properties was determinant of A and A transpose were same, because what is transpose, sir? Transpose simply means interchanging rows as columns or columns as rows. So this was a column here and this become a row here in transpose. This was a row here, it become a column here, right? So determinant, when you do, the determinant is going to same, because determinant is a physical parameter. When you do transpose, things are not going to change, correct? Next, the second property is when two rows or columns are same, then also the determinant is 0. If any one row or column is 0, then also the determinant is going to 0. So here you see, if I see that these two rows are same, because 1 1 1 1 1 1, or these two columns are also same, these two columns are also same. So if you find the determinant of it, it would definitely come 0. See, if I want to expand it, 1 into 4 minus 2, so 4 minus 2 minus 1 into, using this I'm expanding, so remove this row, remove this column, so 4 minus 2, using this, plus 1 into 2 minus 2. What you're going to get, sir, this and this are cancelled, because 4 minus 2 is 2, this is minus 2, this is 0, so somehow it's going to come 0. So when two rows or two columns are same, the determinant will go to 0, or you make any one fellow 0. Say I put 0 0 0, say 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 4. So you can expand it using this column. So 0 into 4 minus 2 minus 0 into, remove this row, remove this column, 4 minus 2, 0 into, remove this row, remove this column, 1 minus 1. So definitely it is coming as 0. So when one row or one column is 0, the determinant will go 0, or two rows or two columns are same, the determinant will go 0, right? Similarly, when you interchange two rows or two columns, it will get multiplied by minus 1. Best way to show this example is like this. If you have an identity matrix or I, say it is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. What's the determinant of identity matrix? Determinant of identity matrix is 1, correct? Or it's a diagonal matrix, just multiply the principal diagonal elements, you're going to get the same thing. Now if I do this, if I do 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0, what I just did, sir, I've interchanged these two. I swapped the row 2 and row 3. Now if you find the determinant, see, sir, it's going to be, see, 1 into, remove this row, remove this column, remove this row, remove this column, that should be 0 minus 1, it should come as minus 1. So when you interchange any two rows, let me interchange any two rows. So let me write this I also. Let me write this bottom as top 0 0 1, middle one let me keep it here, the last one let me write it here. So what did I do? I exchanged the first and third. I exchanged the first and third. Now if you expand, let me expand it using this 1. So 1 into, this is 0 minus 1, definitely minus 1. So any two rows or any two columns you interchange, definitely the determinant will get, the value of the determinant will get multiplied by minus 1. Did you understand this point? Did you understand this point, sir? The third and fourth point, did you understand specifically third point?
Yes, sir.
Answer?
Yes, sir.
Pakka, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Look at the fifth point, sir. Fifth point is also a beautiful point, in fact an important point. If you have determinant of A into B can be written as determinant of A into determinant of B, and determinant of A plus B is never equal to determinant of A plus determinant of B. That means if multiplication is there, you can split the determinant like this, but you cannot split it in addition like this. Very, very important point. In multiplication, you can split the determinant, but you cannot split it in this. Next. So remember this also. Sixth point is something like this. 6 also is a very nice point. You can remember this term, this particular thing you remember, sir. Here I told multiplication of a matrix with a constant k. When you multiply the matrix with constant k, what is going to happen? Each and every term will get multiplied with k. Each and every term will get multiplied with k. So here it is like this. If A is, say like this, A, B, C, D, then determinant of Ka matrix. What will be Ka matrix, sir? K is some constant. Ka will become what? Sir, Ka, AB, AC, KD. So it will become determinant of K, AB, KC, KD. Right? For this you have to put determinant. Now, I might have told you here to pay attention. It is whenever you want to take common from a matrix, it has to be present in all the elements. See, here 2 was there, here 0 was there, here minus 4, 6, 10, 12. So I have written in place, I have taken 2 common. So 2, 0, minus 2, 3, 5, 6. So in determinant, you can take common or you can multiply only when all the elements are through it. That means if 2 is present in all the elements, then only you take 2 common. Or when you're multiplying the matrix with 2, all the elements will get multiplied with 2. But in determinant, whenever you're doing determinant, the determinant of this can be done like this. From this particular row, you can take 1k common. From this particular row, you can take another k common. So it will come as K square A, B, C, D. Do you understand this? You can take it common from one row or one column is also fine. You can do the same thing using column also. Say KA, KB, KC, KD. That means like this. From here you can take 1K common. From here you can take another K common. So when you take common from here K, another K from here K square, you'll get A, B, C. So in determinant form, whenever you're trying to find the determinant, you can take any one number common from a particular row or a particular column, right? So the same, this is just the understanding of it. See how you can actually write the property. If A is an n cross n matrix, if A is an n cross n matrix, and say determinant of an n cross n matrix A is alpha. Just imagine the determinant of an n cross n matrix is alpha. Then determinant of Ka will be equal to K power n determinant of A, which is K power n alpha. Why or how did this happen? Because there are n rows or n columns and you're trying to find K. When you do K, all the elements will get multiplied with K. All the elements, all the rows, all the columns will get multiplied with K. And from each row or each column, you'll take 1K common. How many rows are there? N. Or how many columns are there? N. So K will come n times. So K into K into K into K. Here it came 2 times because only 2 cross 2 is the dimension. Here n cross n is the dimension. So K power n is going to come. Did you understand this point? Very important point, sir. If A is an n cross n matrix, then determinant of Ka will be what? Determinant of Ka will be what? Determinant of Ka will be K power n into determinant of A. What is determinant of A written here? Alpha. So K power n into alpha. Did you understand the sixth property? Did you understand the sixth property, sir?
Yes.
Sure. Everybody. Should I give you a question on this? Should I give you a question on this? Will you be able to do it? Say I'm asking you like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. If this is there, its determinant is say 10. Then determinant of 2A, 2B, 2C, 5G, 5H, 5I, minus D, minus E, minus F is equal to dash. Can you give me the answer for this? If you have understood the last two properties, can you give me the answer for this? Yes, sir. Anybody? Simple question I've asked.
-1.
-10.
Minus 10, is it? Anybody else with any other answer? Someone has.
-1.
Oh, someone told -1, someone told -10. Okay, any other answer?
-10. -10.
-10 is already got. Any other answer? I could blindly see and tell it is wrong. Need not compute this. Idiots, do it properly. I could see, I will not even put pen on paper and I will say this is wrong. The determinant of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I is given as 10. Then I'm asking you the determinant of this. Anybody? Anybody else? I hope you are listening and understanding to the class. It's not like just I'm talking to myself. Only two answers. Any other answer? Just put pen on paper, so you'll get it. It's no big thing. Any other answer? Nobody knows. Poor fellows. Listen here. From this row, what can I take common? Try to answer this at least. From this row, what can I take common? From this row, what can I take common? Yeah. From first row, what can I take common?
2, 5 minus 1.
2, 5 minus 1. Correct? So 2 into 5 is 10, into minus 1 is minus 10. So when minus 10 comes outside, you'll have A, B, C here, G, H, I here, D, E, F here, right? And there's other information given to you here. I'm just asking the entire value of it. So you're just telling me this. I have to arrange or adjust this also, right? So if I do that, here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I determinant is given. But here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. That means these two have to be swapped. Then only I'll get this. So if I do this, R2 is swapped with R3, what will happen? One more minus 1 will come extra. One more minus 1 will come extra. Why? Because I told you a property. If any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the value of determinant is multiplied by minus 1. So here I am trying to interchange these two. R2 and R3 are interchanged. So one more minus 1 will come extra. This minus 10 is already here. Minus 1 is coming here. So what will that come as? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Correct? Now can you tell me the answer?
10.
100.
100, sir, 100. Minus 10, minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 10, and this is plus 10, 100 is going to be the answer. Right? So this is, question also will not be this simple. This is a simple question which I have given you, sir. Right? In exam, you will not get questions like this. Some ultimate questions will come. So you try to understand the properties first. Then on practice, you will get these things. Right? First main motivation should be understanding whatever is written here. And after understanding, implementing is also has to be done, right? Very good. So we will do things like this, and you please try to interact with me, try to answer the questions, then we'll try to get the concept, right? So one more point I have to say, seventh property, you could take it as seventh property. Now see, sir, seventh property is beautiful property. For that you need this information. What is A inverse formula? So A inverse formula is adjoint A by determinant of A. Now I did not write this, so take this as hint. You should know this. Inverse of a matrix A is defined as adjoint of the matrix A divided by determinant of the matrix A. Right? Now keeping this thing in mind, what will be determinant of adjoint of A? Determinant of adjoint of A will be equal to determinant of, from here what can I write adjoint of A as? From here what can I write adjoint of A as? Please listen carefully, and if you don't understand, please ask me. Right? Please listen carefully, sir. Adjoint of A is a matrix, determinant of A is a number. See, whenever I give you determinant of a matrix, it is number. It is always a number. So this is a number. A inverse is a matrix. So this fellow and this fellow are both matrices. These both are matrices. This fellow is a number. It's a scalar, right? So from here I can write adjoint of A as determinant of A into A inverse. So I am asking you determinant of adjoint of A. So it will be determinant of A into A inverse, right? And let's understand that A is an n cross n matrix. And also, just to remove the confusion, determinant of A is say alpha. So what will this become, sir? It will become alpha into A inverse. Now, if I want to get this alpha outside, what will happen, sir? If I want to get this alpha outside, what will come? Alpha to the power of, what will come, sir? If I want to get this alpha outside, what you will get here? alpha power n. Why this property say? If A is a matrix is there and its determinant is alpha, and if you have Ka, and if you want to get K outside, whatever is the order of A, that power will come here. See here it was 2 cross 2, so K square came. If it's n cross n, K power n came, right? Here in place of K, alpha is there. In place of K, alpha is there. Alpha is just a number. Now alpha is trying to come out of this determinant. So whenever alpha is trying to come out of this determinant, whatever matrix is there here, whose order is given, that power will come here. Are you understanding this? Please try to understand this. If A is an n cross n matrix and Ka determinant, from Ka determinant, if I want to get this K outside, I will get K power n. Why? Because A is an n cross n matrix. Same way, alpha is a number. Alpha is a number. If you try to get this number outside this determinant, whatever is the order of this, that will come as a power of this. And what will come here? It will come here as determinant of A inverse. Are you understanding this? Till here, did you understand this? Did you understand these two steps, sir? From here to here, did you understand, or you want me to repeat it? Please
Understand.
feel free.
Repeat it, sir.
Understood, right?
Repeat it, sir.
I'll repeat it, sir. See, I'll repeat it. Very simple, sir. If you have A, what is the order of A? N cross N. See here, A order was 2 cross 2. Here A order was 2 cross 2. When I did Ka, what happened, sir? All elements got multiplied with K. And when I wrote determinant of it, either I can take K from row, I can take K common from row, or I can take K common from column. See here, I've taken it from columns. Here I've taken it from rows. So ultimately K square came. Why K square came? Because this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. If it's an n cross n matrix, K power n will come. And here remind or mind it, this K is a number, this is a matrix. So whenever you have a matrix and a number in determinant, when number wants to come out of the determinant, you will get to the power of n. What is this n? Whatever you have order here, isn't it? Say you had, it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, so you got K square here. You got K square here. It's an n cross n matrix, so you got K power n here. On the same lines, here A is an n cross n matrix. That means A inverse will also be n cross n, sir. That means A inverse will also be n cross n. And see, in this determinant, this is a number. This fellow is a number. This fellow is a matrix. So whenever there's a number in matrix, the number wants to come out of the determinant. So what will happen? The number to the power of n will come. What is this n? Whatever is the order of the matrix. Did you understand this? Did you get this, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, some boy was saying. Whoever asked me to repeat it, did you understand it?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Understand, very good, sir. Now see, one more property I'll make use of. This property, determinant of A into determinant of A into B can be determinant as determinant of A into determinant of B. So see, sir, I will make use of the property nicely. A into A inverse is equal to what? A into A inverse is equal to what? Can anyone tell me? A into A inverse is equal to I.
Identity.
A identity matrix. Very good. A into A inverse is equal to identity matrix. Now to this both sides, I will apply determinant. To this both sides, I will apply determinant. What is determinant of identity matrix, sir? Determinant of identity matrix. What is determinant of identity matrix?
1.
1, right? Very good. This is 1. And what is determinant of A into B's whole determinant? That means using this property, sir. Using this fifth property, determinant of A into B is determinant of A into determinant of B. So this can be written as determinant of A into determinant of A inverse. Do you agree to this from here to here?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
agree to this point? Now, this is a number or a matrix? This is a number or a matrix? Can you tell me this is a number or a matrix? Is this a number or a matrix now? This fellow and this fellow. I could
Matrix.
see one girl or some only one fellow is speaking, sir. Others also please try to talk. This is a matrix, is it? This is a matrix or not? Yes, sir, right? This is a matrix, right? Hey, others also answer, man. I don't want to target only one fellow. Tell me, sir. This is a number or a matrix? This is a number or a matrix? Chalo, what is this? This is what? This is a number or a matrix?
Number.
Obviously, this is a number, sir, 1. So that means this also has to be a number. This also has to be a number, right? How can a matrix into matrix be equal to number? Here, this is matrix, this is matrix, this is matrix. The moment you apply determinant, it becomes number, right? Please try to understand this. This is a number, this is a number, this is a number 1. So from here, I can write determinant of A inverse is 1 by determinant of A. That's it. This is the point which I want to make here. So if that is the point, you will get here it as alpha power n into 1 by determinant of A. This is alpha power n into what is determinant of A? Determinant of A is alpha. You will get it as alpha power n minus 1. So, sir, why are you telling all these proofs? You are unnecessarily asking us questions, sir. You simply give the formula, we will remember. Are you feeling like that? You're feeling like that, right? Sir, why are you unnecessarily asking questions, sir? You write the formulas, we'll remember. Tell me, sir. This is the formula. If someone asked you, what is the adjoint of determinant of adjoint of A? Then you have to say it is determinant of A to the power of n minus 1. Determinant of A to the power of n minus 1. Did you understand the proof of this? This kind of proof of this. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right? Should I complicate this? Let me complicate this. What will be determinant of adjoint of A? Now see, please, I'll ask question though, but please try to follow each and every step. Okay? A is what? Say A is an n cross n matrix. Now see, sir, how I'll apply math. I will say, sir, let adjoint of A is equal to B, because adjoint of A is a matrix, sir. I'm calling it as a new matrix B. I'm just simply calling let adjoint of A matrix is equal to B matrix. So what will this convert as? So this will become determinant of B. Sorry, determinant of adjoint of B. Did you understand this first step? Did you understand this from here to here?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes, sir. So can you tell me the formula of this? Adjoint of determinant of B from here.
Determinant of B to the power n minus 1.
Very good, sir. So determinant of B whole to the power of n minus 1. Correct. But what is B? Sir, B is not B, sir. B is adjoint of A. B is adjoint of A. Now, to the whole of this, what is there? A power n minus 1 is already sitting. Now, again, what is determinant of adjoint of A?
Determinant of A to the power n minus 1.
To the power of n minus 1 whole to the power of n minus 1. So what will this become? Determinant of A whole to the power of n minus 1 square. It is like this. 2 square whole cube. So this will become 2 power 6. This will become 2 into 3. Right? So n minus 1 into n minus 1 is n minus 1 square, not 2 into n minus 1. N minus 1 square. Right? This is different. This is different. Getting it right? This is different. This is different. I hope you got my point. You got
Yes,
this?
sir.
So similarly, if I ask you, sir, determinant of adjoint of A. Can anyone tell me? Just take a wild guess. Can you take a wild guess?
Determinant of a to the power n minus 1 whole cube.
Very good, sir. Ultimate. Awesome. Right? So I hope you got this. Now, using these properties, nice questions can be asked. These are what kind of question I can ask using this is like this. I'm just changing the slide. I'm asking a question. Please be attentive. Try to answer this question. I'll feel happy, sir. Say you have determinant of A as 2, then determinant of adjoint of say 3A is dash. Yes, sir. Put pen on paper and give me the answer. Don't just throw the answers like this. I mean, don't just tell the answer. Put pen on paper and give me the answer. Sorry. Say A is a 3x3 matrix. This is also given. Yes, sir. Anybody with an answer? Anybody? Yes, sir. Divya or Purnima or Srushti or
1296.
Yeah,
96.
1296, right? Anybody else? Any with any other answer? Someone has given 1296. One 296 is given as one answer. Sir. Anybody answer? Any other answer, sir? Or you could say something like this, sir. 2 power 3, 3 power 4. Like this also you can tell. I have no problem. If you don't have calculator to calculate the answer. Any other fellows who has done it or simply sleeping? Who is that, sir? Who gave the answer?
Me, sir.
Divya, right? Others? Others? There are 32 students, sir. At least 30 students are there. Participate. Don't make me call you by name. Aman, Amit, Apsara, Aarti. Again, Aarti, Aisha, Classroom, Devender, Divya. Answer. Simple question. Sir, we are not listening to class on this, sir. What you are expecting answers from us, is it? Don't do that, sir. Anyways, let me solve it. See how I'll do the math. I'll say I will call 3a is equal to b, isn't it? I will let 3a is equal to b because I know formula for determinant of a. I know the formula, but determinant of 3a I don't know. So I just call 3a as b. So then what will it become? Sir, it will become determinant of adjoint of B. What is the formula for this? Tell me, sir. Sir, this is determinant of B whole to the power of n minus 1 square. Correct? Correct. So this is determinant of what is in place of B? 3A. Right? And what is n? 3 minus 1 square. So this is determinant of 3A whole, this is 4, whole to the power of 4. Correct? 3 minus 1, 2. Now see, sir, if this fellow 3 wants to come out from this determinant, what will come here? Can anyone tell me? If this 3 wants to come out of this determinant, 3 to the power of
4.
3, na? This 3 wants to come out from here. Whole power 4 is like that only. This power 4, I will take care of it later. But this 3 wants to come out from this determinant. The same property which I applied here. This alpha wants to come out, right? Whenever alpha wants to come out, alpha power n will come. See, when k wants to come out, k power n will come. Similarly, when this 3 wants to come out, 3 power n. What is n? Order. So 3 power 3 is going to come. Did you understand this? Tell me, sir, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
3 power 3 you understood, right? This whole power 4 is like this only. I haven't used it yet. So this will come as, what is 3 power 3 is like this only. Determinant of A is how much, sir? 2. Determinant of how much is 2. Whole power 4 is there. So this would become 3 power 4 into 3, 12 into 2 power 4. This should be the answer. I don't think 1296 is also correct. But I'm happy at least someone has tried doing it. Just check what is the answer you'll get, sir, using that. It definitely won't be this 3 power 12. So 3 power 12 is some 5,31,441 into 16. The answer will be somewhere 85 lakhs 3,056. I'm not interested in answer. I'm just interested in how to apply this. Did you understand this? Did
Yes,
everybody
sir.
understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will I give you one more? Will you try if I give one more?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me give like this. Say if I give you a question like, say if determinant of A is say 5, then determinant of, it's just application of properties, nothing new I am doing. I'm just trying to apply the properties. Determinant of adjoint of 4A inverse. Yeah, 4A inverse. Someone has pinged something, I guess. Let me check. Oh, someone has left the class. Yeah, interesting problem, sir. If determinant of A is 5 and just take A as a 2 cross 2 matrix, then I'm asking you determinant of adjoint of 4A inverse. A inverse is also a matrix. Can you try this now? Please try this, sir. Answer.
Sir, 4 to the power 2 divided by 5.
4 to the power
2 divided by 5.
2 divided by 5.
No, sir. 4 whole squared whole divided by
4
5.
square by 5. This one, right? 4 square by 5.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Any other answers? I could see 4-5 people saying yes sir for this. So I need at least 4-5 answers. Anybody else? Should I do it, sir? See, I'll do it. Right? Same as the last problem only. What will I call? I will call let 4A inverse is equal to what? B. Correct? Let 4A inverse is equal to B. So what will this become? Determinant of adjoint of B. I think this much you understood. So what will this come as our formula? So this will come as determinant of B whole to the power of n minus 1 square. What is n here, sir? N is 2. So determinant of B whole to the power of 2 minus 1 square. So that is basically determinant of B only. Okay. So what is B, sir? Determinant of B is, sir, 4A inverse. Isn't it? In place of B, what I have? 4A inverse. So when 4 wants to come out of this, what will I get? 4 square I'll get, because it's a 2 cross 2 matrix. So 4 square I'll get. Determinant of A inverse will be there. So what will be the answer? 4 square into determinant of A inverse is 1 by determinant of A. So that should be 4 square divided by 5. Very good. So whatever answer you got is perfectly right. So make sure you understand the properties in which you are applying this, right? These are very, very important properties. Right. Now let me go to the next concept, which I am very much interested to speak today. That is rank of a matrix. Very important, sir. In fact, let me tell you like this. If you understand rank, this chapter is over. If you know how to find rank, how to understand rank, what is the meaning of it, that means you have completely finished this chapter, because the next topic which is there will also depend on rank. The eigenvalues will also kind of depend on rank only. So if you understand rank, this chapter is over, right? So I have enough time to discuss rank. So make sure you listen to this topic, and we will do certain questions also on this. So rank of a matrix. Heading is rank of a matrix. Just to try to understand, does anyone know already what is a rank? Just I want to get the understanding from you. What is rank, sir? Anyone? Anybody? Slightest idea you have, please tell me. No idea, right? You can say no idea if you don't have any idea.
No idea, sir.
Okay, very good. No idea means very good, because there is nothing in your, like, no false idea is also there. So you'll make a correct idea about this. So please listen to this carefully and try to understand this. Now, there is a lot of concept behind the rank, which I was telling from starting, which involves vectors. Actually, the mathematics which we do in our engineering is actually very small. We will do eventually in terms of numericals, because we have to crack an exam. but the maths behind this linear algebra is very much fantastic. It has a lot to do with vectors, spans, and all those things, right? Now, whoever is like, in which year are you all studying, sir? Like, all of you are from which year? Second year, third year, first year, fourth year? All of you are in which year? Final years or first years or second years or what?
Third year, sir.
Third year, sir.
Third years, right? So I think you
Yes.
have placement this year, and next year you'll have exam, something like that, right? So I'll just give you some, this is not like some sponsored thing or something. When I was learning or when I was teaching, I found this channel. There is something called as 3 Blue 1 Brown. Does anyone know this channel already? 3 Blue 1 Brown. Does anyone know this channel? This is a YouTube channel, sir. I'm not promoting this fellow. This is some English fellow, sir. I mean, this guy is from some UK or US. I don't even know. But the content he provides, he will give visualization, sir. He will give visualization of math, visualization of mathematics. There he has talked about a lot of things, like he spoke about linear algebra. He spoke about eigenvalue, eigenvector determinant, all those things he spoke. He spoke about calculus also. So this, by watching this video, you will not get anything for exam. Exam point of view, obviously you'll have to do the questions like this, or you'll have to cover the models, you'll have to practice. That's a different thing. But the visualization which you get is ultimate from this particular channel. So I also referred to this. I've recommended this to all my students. So I am also telling you, just go and watch this channel, sir, just in your free time. This won't give you any marks, understanding in math. So I would recommend, if you have free time, just check this out. Okay. So rank means what is, there is something called vector, there is something called vector span, there is something called as span of the vectors, and all those things is there, which is more related to vectors and matrices. So whenever we are talking about vectors, I told you here, when I'm talking about determinant, there is something called as 2 cross 2 determinant will look like this. The area formed by these two fellows, right? 3 cross 3 will come as what? See, here I'm drawing it like this, right? There he will show all these things with nice figures, like some 3D animations will come, so visualization will be very much nice there. That's why I'm asking you to refer to that. This will come volume here. So whatever is the area or volume occupied by these particular vectors, or he would say spanned by this vector, he will use a word called as span, right? Now we don't want to get into like different or difficult terms. Span is simply nothing but whatever is the coverage. If it's a 2 cross 2, it will cover area. If it's a 3 cross 3, it will cover volume. If it's a 1 cross 1, it will definitely cover a certain length, right? That is generally called as a span, right? So rank is nothing but, rank simply shows what is the span of the vectors in a matrix, right? Now, if I tell you like this, you'll get confused, or you'll ultimately not understand it. The simple meaning is like this. First of all, rank will talk about dependencies and independencies. That means the vectors which are there in a matrix, are they linearly dependent or are they linearly independent, right? So first point you have to understand is, rank is defined for any M cross N matrix. The point is, need not be square. Right? When I was talking about determinant, what did I tell you? If it's a 2 cross 2 or a 3 cross 3, where is it? If it's a 2 cross 2 or if it's a 3 cross 3, if it's a 1 cross 1 or 2 cross 2 or 3 cross 3, then only you can use determinant and you can tell whether it has lost a dimension or not. If the determinant is 0, then you could say it has lost a dimension. If the determinant is not 0, you would say it has not lost a dimension, right? But generally, not all matrices are of square order. They are not all matrices are not 1 cross 1, 2 cross 2, 3 cross 2, or n cross n. The matrix can also be of order non-square. So when I say non-square, what you'll get? M cross n matrix. So for that, we will make use of rank. In fact, to find rank also, I will take help of determinant method only, right? So see, rank of a matrix is defined for any matrix. It need not be square. That means it could be 2 cross 3, 3 cross 2, 4 cross 3, 4 cross 4. It could be anything. It could be square, it could be non-square. It doesn't matter, right? Next, second point which I want to share is, say if A is like this. Say if A is 2 cross 3, then it will look like this, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. It has how many rows? It has 2 rows. It has 3 columns, right? Now I can take sub-matrix. This is what? This A, B, D, E is submatrix of A. This is what, sir? It is part of A. That means submatrix means submatrix of A. Or you can take CF. This is also submatrix of A. Like this I have taken. Or you can take this also. DEF. This also is a submatrix. These are all what? These are all submatrix. So when I say sub-square matrix, or I can, if I say square submatrix. Square submatrix means what will come, sir? A will come, B will come, because all 1 cross 1 matrices are submatrices. D will come, E will come, F will come, or A, B, D, E will come, B, C, E, F will come, or A, C, D, F will come. Is anything else possible? Is anything else possible, sir? Any square submatrix is possible other than this?
No, sir.
Answer. No, right? Because all 1 cross 1s have taken, all 2 cross 2s also have taken A, B, D, E, B, C, E, F, A, C, D. No other thing is possible. So the second point is, if you have an M cross N matrix which is non-square, you could find submatrices. Submatrix means it just has to be part of it. It could be A, B, C, D, it could be A, B, D, E, or it could be C, F, or it could be D, E, F, but don't write this. Don't write B, C, D. No, don't write like this. Don't write like this. This is not submatrix. This is not submatrix, isn't it? Why it is not submatrix, sir? Because you take any particular 2 rows or 2 columns. Don't just take half this here and half this here and make. No, that's not possible. You have to take either this full row or this full row or this full column, something like that. Or make a square out of it. Make a square row. Like here I'm taking this column and this column, like that. But this is not a submatrix. So first point is, what is rank? I haven't taught you yet, but before understanding rank, you will have to understand some basic points. The basic point is, if it is defined for any matrix of order M cross N, and for any matrix, you can write submatrices or square submatrices like this. Correct? Now see, I will go to the definition of the matrix, or definition of rank. Next is definition of rank. Please listen to this carefully. Very interesting point this is. First, we'll try to understand the definition. It can be understood in many ways. Like it can be found in 3-4 ways. I'll tell you all the 3-4 ways. The definition is like this. The definition is, it's a textbook definition, so I'm writing proper definition only. A number R is said to be rank of M cross N matrix if it possesses the following properties. It possesses the following properties. Now, Caesar, what are the properties? First property is, what is the matrix A? A is a matrix of order m cross n, and I'm telling rank of A is R. This is the way you call it, rank of A. The meaning of this is rank of A. Row of A is rank of A. When can I say the R is a rank of A? If it possesses the following properties. What are the properties? It is like this. There is at least one square submatrix. There is at least one square submatrix of A of order R whose determinant is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0, right? Just bear with me for 3-4 minutes. I will write the definitions, then I will explain it what they are. Second point is like this. If A contains any square submatrix of order R plus 1 and above, then the determinant of such matrices, should be 0, right? This is the definition, sir. Sir, we did not understand a single thing, right? See, just a second, slides are over. The class is still 5, right? Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Now see, sir. See, always how I was telling that whether it has lost a dimension or not, all these things is by drawing it like this and showing the area or anything is occupied or not. That way I was showing, right? But see, using the rank, we can directly tell without just drawing the picture. It is like this. Say I am telling you take A is 2 cross 3 matrix. Let me take A as 2 cross 3 matrix. Let me take it like this. Say 1, 2, 3, say 4, 2, 5. This is what is the order of this? 2 cross 3, right? So what I'm saying is I'm saying rank of A is 2. If I'm saying rank of A is 2, what is the meaning of that, sir? The meaning of rank of A being 2 is there is at least one subsquare matrix of order 2 cross 2 whose determinant is not equal to 0. What is the important word here? At least one subsquare matrix. Can you tell me the subsquare matrices of this? So subsquare matrices are 1, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. Anything else? 1, 4, 3, 5. Correct, right? And anything else is possible?
No, sir.
No. Hey, possible, sir. These things, no. 2 cross 2 or 1 cross 1 is only possible, right? 3 cross 3 is not possible. Are you understanding this? Sub-square matrix means, square sub-matrix means what? Order should be same, that is it could be 1 cross 1 or 2 cross 2 and all possible combination, right? Now, first we have to always start from highest. Highest is what? Highest 2 cross 2 is only possible. So what is the determinant of this 1, 2, 4, 2, sir? What is the determinant of this 1, 2, 4, 2? Is it equal to 0, sir? So this is 2 minus 8. So this is minus 6, which is not equal to 0. Can you directly say no, the rank is 2? Can you blindly say the rank is 2 now? Can you say the rank is 2? Yes. Because 3 2 cross 2 square matrices are forming, and at least, that means at least one of them should be having a determinant not equal to 0. Right? So my point is, 2 cross 2 matrices are formed. How many are formed? 3 are formed, right? And this is only a 2 cross 3 matrix. If it's a 4 cross 3 matrix given, then more will be formed. So you just have to identify at least one matrix of order 2 cross 2 whose determinant is not 0. If at least one is not 0, then that will become the rank of it, right? No, sir, we are not clear with the definition which you have told. Can you give another example, right? See, I'll give you one more example. 1, 2, 3, say 2, 4, 6. Can you find at least one 2 cross 2 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0 from this? Can you find at least one 2 cross 2 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0 from this? Can you find, sir? Can you tell me at least one 2 cross 2 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0?
No, sir. All are equal to 0.
Yeah, because you will take 1, 2, 2, 4, or you will take 1, 3, 2, 6, or you will take 2, 4, 3, 6. So this also is 0. This also is 0. This also is 0. Then what you have to do, sir? All 2 cross 2s are 0. Then you will go to 1 cross 1. Then you will go to 1 cross 1, and you will find at least 1 cross 1 determinant is not equal to 0. Can you find at least one 1 cross 1 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0? Yes or no? Can you find at least one 1 cross 1 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0? Can you or can you not? From this matrix, can you find at least one 1 cross 1 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0?
6.
Yeah, someone is trying to answer. Can you or can you not?
Can, sir.
You can, right? There are a lot. 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 2 is there, 4 is there. We can, right? So what can I say rank of A is? What is the rank of this A? Can anyone tell me what is the rank of this A? What is the rank of this A? So the rank of this A is 1.
1.
Why it is 1 is because that. Now let us read the definition. A number R is said to be rank of M cross N matrix if it possesses the following properties. What are the properties, sir? There is at least one square submatrix of A of order R whose determinant is not equal to 0. In this particular case, in the first example where I have taken this as the matrix A, I have formed all 2 cross 2 and at least one 2 cross 2 determinant was not coming 0. And I read the second point. What was the second point? If A contains any square submatrix of order R plus 1 and above, is R plus 1 possible? 2 plus 1, 3 cross 3 is possible? No. In this first example, 3 cross 3 is not possible, sir. So second point is not valid for this first example. So I declared rank is 2 here. But for the second example, I have found out all 2 cross 2s and all 2 cross 2s are coming 0. Then I went to 1 cross 1. Then I went to 1 cross 1. And 1 cross 1 is at least one fellow is there whose determinant is not 0. In fact, there are 6 such elements or 6 such matrices, but I need only one. So at least one matrix is there whose 1 cross 1 determinant is not 0. So rank is 1 provided all 2 cross 2s are 0. Yes, definitely, sir. all 2 cross 2s are 0. So definitely what is the rank coming here? Definitely rank is coming as 1. Did you understand this definition? I will give more questions. In fact, I have more to discuss, but did you understand this so far?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
far?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
sure. Right. Very good. So let me give you one question. Say I'm giving A is like this. A is 0, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0. I'm asking you rank of A. Tell me, sir. So let me call this as third question, fourth question, fifth question. Yeah, tell me for third one, fourth one, fifth one. Anybody? Third one.
First का rank 1.
First का rank 1. First का rank 0 बोल रहा है कोई? Someone is saying first का rank 0. Give your answer, sir. It's okay if they are wrong. Very good, you learn from it. If they are right,
Third
your
का
confidence will build
2.
up. First का 2. Very good. Any other answer? Give your answers. Let them be wrong. It's okay. You learn from it.
1.
First ka, any other answers?
First का 1.
1 is already written. 2 is also written. Anything else is possible? Very good. Let us go to second. Fourth one. Fourth. Tell me the possible answers for fourth. What did you get?
0.
0.
0. Any other answers?
0.
0 is already written. Any other answer? Sir, fifth one, tell me. Sir. Fifth one.
1.
1. Very good. Any other answers? You know all these things, sir. You're just shy to answer, right? Shy not to answer. Anyways, let us look, sir. Let us try to understand, because whatever answers you are giving are almost right. The rank of this is 1 is the correct answer. The rank of 0 or the rank of this is 0 is correct answer. The rank of this is 1 is correct answer. Right? See how. Sir, how many 2 cross 2 matrices can be formed? Sir, this is 1 2 cross 2 matrix. This is another 2 cross 2 matrix. This is another 2 cross 2 matrix. Now, if you observe something, determinant of this is also 0, determinant of this is also 0, determinant of this is also 0, isn't it? Because 1 into minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0, all are 0. And there is this fellow. There is at least one non-zero element. There is at least one non-zero, because these are all 2 cross 2 matrices. What 1 cross 1 matrices are possible, sir? These are all 1 cross 1 matrices which are possible. These are all 1 cross 1 matrices which are possible. So there is at least one 1 cross 1 matrix whose determinant is not equal to 0. That's why rank has become 1. Right? What is the meaning of rank? Rank is at least 1. Matlab, whatever is the rank you are saying, say I'm telling 1 is rank. If I'm telling 1 is rank, at least 1 cross 1 determinant should not be equal to 0. And all 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, if anything is possible, they all should be equal to 0. Here also you see, this is a special matrix, sir. This is basically a null matrix. This is a null matrix. In the entire matrix theory, only null matrix is such a matrix whose rank is 0, right? Only null matrix will have rank as 0. Always remember, this is a property in fact. Only null matrix have a rank as 0. Right? Because 2 cross 2 is obviously 0. 1 cross 1 is also 0. So definitely rank is coming to be 0. Right? Only null matrix will have rank as 0. Correct? Now, let me go to the third one. Third one, if you see, 3 cross 3 determinant you find, sir. Using property I can sell, sir, all are having same, so 3 cross 3 dead to 0. 2 cross 2, any 2 cross 2 you take either this or this or this or this or anything you take, all are coming same, so all 2 cross 2 determinants are also 0. All 2 cross 2 determinants are also equal to 0, right? But as soon as you go to 1 cross 1, all ones are there, so definitely 1 cross 1 is not 0, so that's why rank is going to come as 1, right? Now try to understand what is the significance of this rank. What is this rank trying to tell us? Please try to understand this. Here, why is the rank of this matrix 0? Or here, why is the rank of this matrix 1? Or say if I give you question number 6, which is like this. Say I give 2, 4, 3, 2. And what is the rank of this A? The rank of this A, you would say it is 2, right? The rank of this is 0, meaning it is actually a 2 cross 2 matrix. It is looking as a 2 cross 2 matrix, but there are no dimensions in it. That means it has to be a 2 cross 2 matrix. I mean, it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, so it should have 2 dimensions. It's a 2 cross 2 matrix, so it should have 2 dimensions. But its rank is 0, means all 2 dimensions are lost. Because how will you show a 2 cross 2 matrix? Your 2 cross 2 matrix, you will need a plane to show, right? You will need a plane. Plane means it is like paper. Now, if it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, say if I give you example 7, if it is like this, say if I given 1, 2, 2, 4, what is the rank of this matrix? So the rank of this matrix is 1, isn't it? Because 2 cross 2 determinant is 0, 1 cross 1 is not 0. It's a 2 cross 2 matrix and its rank here is 2. It's a 2 cross 2 matrix, rank is 2. This is also a 2 cross 2 matrix, its rank is 1. This is also 2 cross 2 matrix, its rank is 0. The meaning rank is saying is, if the rank is same as the dimension, if the rank is same as the dimension means whatever it is, 2 cross 2 or 2 cross 3 is there, then also I can take 2 cross 2 only. Why? Because for 2 cross 2, what are the subsquare matrices I can form? 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into 2 only I can form. If it's a 3 cross 4, I can form only 3 into 3. If it's a 4 cross 5 or 5 cross 4, I can form only 4 into 4. You're understanding, right? If it's an M cross N matrix, whoever is smaller in M and N, if both are equal, very good. It's a square matrix. Whichever is minimum, that will be the maximum rank possible. That is called as full rank matrix. I will write those points. But listen to this understanding point here. If it's a 2 cross 2 matrix and its rank is 2 here, this also 2 cross 2 matrix, its rank is 1 here. This also 2 cross 2 matrix, its rank is 0 here. The meaning is, if it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, it needs 2 dimensions to be shown. It needs 2 dimensions to be shown. For example, if you really want to show this 2, 3 is like this. Say this is 2, 3, and say this is 4, something like this. 2, 3, 4. So what is this space which it has covered in this 2D? This is the space which it has covered. So you need a plane or a sheet to show this 2 cross 2. That's why the rank is 2. It has not lost any dimensions. Sometimes he can also ask you what is null dimension. He can also ask you null dimension. Null dimension he can ask. Null dimension is n minus r formula. What is n? N is 2. What is r? R also 2. Null dimension is 0. Null dimension means, did it lose any dimension? No, sir. It's a 2 cross 2 matrix. Its rank is also 2. So it's a full rank matrix. So null dimension is 0. That means to show a 2 cross 2 matrix, you need a sheet or you need at least 2D, and you are requiring 2D here. So it has not lost any dimensions. That's why its rank is 2. That's why null dimension is 0. Did you understand this point? Did you understand this point which I'm saying here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, yeah. For this example, if you see 1, 2, 2, 4. 1, 2, 2, 4 is a 2 cross 2 matrix. So if you really want to show this, how will this look, sir? This will look like this. 1, 2 is here and say 2, 4 is here. They're on same line. Now, is there any area which is forming, or do you need a sheet to show these two lines? Do you need any sheet to show these two lines? No. You just need a single line. You just need a single line to show these two vectors. That is why you would need a paper or a sheet or a plane, ideally, because it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, but that has been reduced by one dimension and only a line is required now. Ideally, if it's a 2 cross 2 matrix, it needs a sheet. But for this given set of numbers or for this given set of vectors, it is not requiring a sheet. It is requiring only a single line. So from sheet to a line. So how many dimensions it has lost? It has lost one dimension. See, what is the formula for null dimension here? What is the formula for null dimension here? So here also is n minus r. What is n? N is a 2 cross 2. So 2. What is rank? Rank is 1. So one dimension it is lost. It has to be a sheet, but it has become a line. So one dimension has lost. So rank is 1. And can you tell me here, why is the rank 0? How many dimensions it has lost? How many dimensions it has lost? Why is the rank 0?
2 dimension.
It's a 2 cross 2 matrix. You ideally need a sheet. Yeah, ideally you need a sheet to show it, or you need a plane to show it. But that plane, you don't need a plane or you don't need a sheet. You just simply need a dot. So dot means dot is not even a line also. So it is null dimension. That's why rank is 0. So that's why it's a null matrix has rank 0. Did you understand the point which I'm trying to say here? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The same thing can be told like this. It will also tell here if you are trying to show the vectors like this. If you're trying to show the vectors like this, these two vectors are linearly independent. These two vectors are what? They are linearly independent. These two vectors are linearly independent. If the two vectors are linearly independent, then the rank will be same as how many ever vectors are there, right? Here two vectors are dependent. See, one vector is coming on the same vector. So if you have information of one vector, you can easily find the other vector also, because if this is v1, this is v2 is simply 2v1. So when you know information about v1, you can write v2 also. So these are linearly dependent vectors. These are linearly dependent vectors. So what will rank show? Rank will simply show the number of linearly independent vectors. Here, two linearly independent vectors are there. Here, one linearly independent vector is there. Here, 0 linearly independent vectors is there. Now, whatever I told you, right? 2 dimension has to become 1 dimension. 1 dimension has to become 0 dimension. The same thing in maths terminology can be shown like this. If they are forming a sheet, that means 2 are linearly independent. If they are forming a line, that means 1 is depending on the other. Are you understanding my point? Did you follow what I told so far? Are you following the class?
Yes, sir.
Are you already bored? Yeah, half the people are already left. Okay. Chalo sir, not a problem. So, these things you won't find in books, sir. So whatever I'm telling here, right? They are all from, I mean, my understanding, and I've studied several books. So please try to make use of these understanding points here, right? I've been teaching mathematics from last, I could say 10 years. When I was studying also, I used to teach maths. I was very good at math from like childhood, right? So anyways, that's a different part of the story. I hope you got my point, what I'm trying to say here. Did you get it, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Chalo,
sir.
very good.
Yes,
So let
sir.
very good, sir. Awesome. So let me write certain note. The note is very important properties, or you can write it as note. The first point is, if rank of an m cross n matrix is there, if it's an m cross n matrix, then rank of A will be same as rank of A transpose, right? When you take transpose, it will not change anything, sir. Transpose is simply the way of looking at it, because as I already told you, say you have vector 1 as a 2i plus 3j, the vector 2 as 5i minus 4j. I can write a matrix A like this. I can write 2, 3, 5 minus 4, or I can write 2, 3, 5 minus 4. These both are same, or in fact, this, if I call this as A1 and A2, these both are representing the same set of vectors. Let us understand these two set of vectors are system. So these two matrices are representing the same system, and I can show it in the form of A1 or I can show it in the form of A2. Both are in fact transposed to each other. Say 2, 3 I'm showing here, 2, 3 I'm showing here, or 5, 4 I'm showing like this, or 5 minus 4 I'm showing like this. So whenever you take transpose, the property of the matrix does not change. So whatever is the rank here, which is showing the dimension, that will be same here. So rank of A and rank of A transpose is also same. Next. Second point is, if your A is M cross n matrix, then highest possible rank of A is minimum of M comma N. What is this, sir? Did you, I mean, if you are trying to understand, if A is 2 cross 3 matrix, A is 2 cross 3 matrix, highest possible rank of A is how much? Highest possible rank of A is how much? 2. Why? Because it's a 2 cross 3 of 2 and 3, which is minimum, 2 is minimum. So 2 cross 2 matrices can only be formed. So highest possible rank is 2. If it's a 5 cross 4 matrix, highest possible rank is how much? 4. Highest possible. I'm not telling the rank is 4. Highest possible. The possibility of highest rank is 4. So if you have an M cross N matrix, what is the highest possible rank of it? Whatever is the minimum value between this M and N, that is the highest possible rank of this. Did you understand this? Why like this? Because if it's a 2 cross 3 matrix, then 2 cross 2 determinants can only be formed. Because determinant or subsquare matrix that can be formed is 2 cross 2 or 1 cross 1. That's it. Here, if it's a 5 cross 4, you can form 4 cross 4 or 3 cross 3 or 2 cross 2 or 1 cross 1. Right? So highest possible could be what? Highest possible could be 4 only. Did you get the second point? Second point, did you get it, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Third point is like this. Rank represents number of linearly independent rows or columns. Right? Whatever rank number you're getting, say you're getting 2 or 3 or 1 or whatever the number rank is, those many linearly independent rows or columns will be there. Whatever rows are in this, they will become columns of this. Whatever columns of this are there, that will become rows of this. Right? Is this clear? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me stop it here, sir. I think the time's up. I could see it in your voice. So I'll stop it here. Obviously, there is more to discuss on rank, but this minimum information should be enough for you. I hope at least you got some kind of understanding from like at least this 2 hours lecture. So I'll stop it here, and in the next one I'll come up with something new, right? If you have anything to ask, this is the time, or else I'll stop the class. If you have anything to ask, this is the time, or else I'll stop the class. Nothing, right? No, ठीक. All right. So I'll stop this here, and let us begin the next one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.